Ever feel like you're just constantly busy, working really hard, but still not quite hitting those big goals? Like there's this kind of disconnect between all the effort you're putting in and, well, the actual outcomes, that feeling, that sense of false progress. It's incredibly common, isn't it? You feel like you're moving, but are you really getting anywhere?
It's a huge question. And, we often mistake just being active for actual achievement. So today, we're doing a deep dive into Shahram Taraghi's book, Mastering Time, Priority, Focus, and Success. We're going to unpack some, I think, really powerful insights on how to genuinely leverage your time. And it boils down to mastering two things: priority
Yeah.
and focus.
Right. And our mission here for this deep dive is to sort of distill Taraghi's three-step formula for controlling time. It's a formula he says can keep you disciplined, really in control, and help you shift from just being busy to being, truly successful. Let's jump in.
Okay, so Targhi makes this really crucial observation about how we work. He sees people who, yes, they prioritize their work diligently, but then they lack focus. And what happens? He says they constantly appear to be progressing, but suddenly stumble. Like they hit a wall they just didn't anticipate.
Yeah, I've seen that. And then there's the flip side, right? The people who are incredibly focused, maybe laser focused on one task, but they haven't really prioritized effectively within their bigger picture, their larger goals. Targi says they always feel they're moving forward but never reach true success. Always busy, but maybe on the wrong things.
Exactly. And what's really kind of striking is that he points out both groups are so absorbed in their false sense of progress that they fail to notice this major mistake. So they're moving forward, but blindly. Confident they're doing great, only to realize they've been like going in circles, not achieving much that matters. Which brings us to his three-step formula. It's designed to bring real discipline and control.
Okay, step one, understanding that time burns. Sounds pretty simple, but maybe there's more to it.
There is. It's about seeing time not just as something that passes, but as this potent element. It's constantly irreversibly being consumed, like fuel, right? It burns whether you're actively creating something or just sitting there. It's not just passing, it's diminishing. Every moment is a resource used up.
Ah, okay. Like his example of a child drawing versus just doing nothing. Time burns either way. But the insight for us as adults isn't just that it burns, but realizing this demands conscious investment. If you're not intentionally using it, you're still spending that finite resource. It really highlights the opportunity cost.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And if knowing time burns is that first kind of foundational truth, then the next step is even more empowering. It's realizing we can actually influence how that burning time moves.
Okay. Moves time. How does that work? We're not talking time travel here, are we?
No, not quite. It's about strategy, strategic sequencing, and leverage. Think about chess. By thinking carefully, prioritizing your moves, those key moves that unlock future steps or give you a big advantage, you effectively speed up your progress. If you just react, make unprioritized moves, well, that slows things down, it costs you extra effort, maybe even loses you ground.
I see. Yeah, like top athletes. They don't just train hard. They strategically pick the highest impact drills. They optimize recovery, plan their peaks. They compress the timeline, really. They fit way more progress into a season than someone who just shows up and puts in the hours. They literally accelerate their time.
Exactly. And that brings us to the third concept, which is maybe the most nuanced: time expands. Now, a lot of people fall into this trap thinking they need all the knowledge right away. And role models are good, sure, but Taragi warns that blindly following them can be dangerous. Real mastery builds on those first two stages.
This time expands idea.
Yeah.
It does make you think differently. He used that piano example, right? Let's say you learn piano for just a few months. Okay, scenario one. You're at a gathering, nobody else plays. You play your amateur piece. People are impressed. And Taragi says, in that context, time feels expanded for you. Your focused bit of knowledge makes you seem really capable.
But then, scenario two, same gathering, but everyone else is a pro pianist. Suddenly, those few months of practice mean very little. You get no recognition, maybe even feel small. And this leads to his big question: do you need to be a professional pianist in life?
And the answer is,
Absolutely not. He concludes true success comes from your incremental knowledge relative to the lack of awareness in others. Even having, say, 10% knowledge, if you apply it wisely where others have none, it can put you ahead of 90% of people. It makes you appear larger, effectively expanding your impact.
wow. Okay, so pulling it all together, the formula for real step-by-step success is, first, really internalize the time burns. Then, use priority to make your time move effectively, accelerate it, And finally, apply focus strategically, appropriate to your goals, so your time and influence can actually expand relative to your situation.
That's it. This deep dive really shows that genuine progress isn't about just being busy. It's about being strategically effective. It's about understanding how time works and aligning what you do with that reality.
So here's something to chew on, a final thought for you. Where in your own life might you be stuck in that false sense of progress? Where could prioritizing just a small chunk of new focused knowledge or applying really deliberate effort genuinely expand your time and your impact, allowing you to get remarkable results compared to what you're doing now?